Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to JDs League. Right. Go with him. Tight. Well, it's a street circuit, so like most street circuits, it is tight and it is windy. But there's plenty of room for overtaking now, so there's no need to be throwing it into the section that we're about to come up to at the end of this straight. So you don't need to be throwing a move around here because there's a huge long straight, this one, which is the longest straight on the track, where you can certainly overtake. There's then another huge straight after this tight section. Which we'll see now. Right, this corner. And there's then even a much smaller straight, but the home straight as well, over the pit, is also a DRS straight as well. So there is plenty of chance to overtake throwing a silly move into one of the tight corners. So, which is why I sort of hope that we should have a really good race. Let's go on past them because that was Boomtech. They'll be first out. So let's do a hilly hot lap. So across the line we come into turn one. Heavy braking. As tight to the inside as you can. Open up the steering. Be careful. Traction is a real problem around here. If you're using traction control, you should be okay. To this long left-hander. Sorry, left-right first, then the long left-hander, which then cut late apex, but it's important to hit that apex so that you can get the speed going into, as I say, the longest straight of the pick up DRS now. Head down into the tight section of the track, which starts off with a heavy brake in left-hander. Again, throw it round, get on the power into the next corner, but quickly down, normally to third. We'll take you round there. Use the inside curve. Tyre over the curb on the right and through the chicane down into the final corner, which is again all about taking a tight apex so that you can get the power again leading into this long straight as well. DRS opens earlier on this straight, so just here, and we head up to the end of the lap. So DRS is here for the pit straight, and a corner that is so easy to get wrong, this left-hander, but again it's the traction part, so you've got to be careful. Struggling a little bit there with traction, but 28.1 to get us started is it's a nice starter lap, so that's decent. So, line then, AMZ 128.3. If I'm going to get to the Alpha Tauri in time. That's Flare Hamster 129.4. Lazy Jack 28.7. Cam Dog 29.1. I'm with a Red Bull now, which is Andy Gatehouse. Heads over the line. 29.2. Wow, somebody actually used a normal name. That's their GT. What's going on? Alfa Romeo over the line. That's Danny 27.4. 7 tenths quicker than anybody else. Got another. I think it's another Alpine. Can never get to him. There we go. So this one is it's Ryan. Come through the final part. Heads to the line, and it's a 28.8. That will put him into P7. So nice, tight fighting at the moment. Oh, somebody else just headed over the line. That was a Red Bull. So I think that was Donkey Kong on a 29.1. This is our. Oh, that's an outlap. So. In fact, everybody else is on either out laps or in laps now, so we'll stick with 0 lap for him. Just to give a heads up, guys, the connections with for streamers have been bad recently, so there's a chance that we may disconnect. Obviously, I'll always aim to get back into the race as soon as I can. I am hoping, of course, that yesterday's update may have helped with it, with the stability patches they do and that, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that's sorted. But I had huge problems on Sunday with the 2 races I did then. So, anyway, Zero Scott, who was in sensational form last week. Similar. Well, it's a good race last week. He ended up with 1 safety car. Unfortunately, somebody lost their rag, so hopefully that doesn't happen tonight. Luke Paul leaves the session, not quite sure why that is. Sorry, I don't need to change my series. Invite him back. So, over the line for Zero Scott's 128.8, so goes P8. I think we'll see more from him before the end of the qualifying. Chel's Kitchen. So this is somebody new to me. I've not seen Chel's Kitchen drive before. I can see from their look icon that they are on PC. So, I do love the idea of cross-play, and I think it will really help leagues to get. As you see, we're up to 17 now. I do think there's been a few issues with it. The beta test went so well that they can introduce in it, and then I do think it's caused some issues with lag and things like that. But again, hopefully with the patch yesterday, and then I'm sure there'll be several more stability patches moving forward, that it'll gradually get better. In all fairness, I've only seen 1 race where it was really bad, so it doesn't make it undrivable or anything like that. So, which is good news. Hell's Kitchen then, obviously a play on Hell's Kitchen. Heads over the line 129.5. I don't know if he's a Chelsea fan as well, maybe. Poor lad. De Corsi has invalidated his first run. So, do we have any others? Is Donkey Kong having a go? He is slightly up. Comes into the final section. Again, a sort of stadium section in Florida. Into the pits though, Donkey Kong. Let me just go up to... No, Whoopie not improving. Boomtech is 3 temps up in sector 1. Keep up that sort of improvement. He may be able to challenge Danny. We do all know that in this league, Danny is particularly quick driver, so do expect to sort of see him up there. He had a tough time last week. Didn't score points, I don't believe. Ended up a lap down, I believe, actually. As I've just lost Luke Paul again, so I'm just going to invite him back again. I'm not sure what the problems are. I'll just have a quick look at Discord and see if there's any messages in there. So what's his name? Luke Paul. As he joins again. Just sending Luke in the Discord. See what the problem is. If hopefully this time it'll work for him. But anyway, we'll be on tech. Well, I missed the end of his lap. He did improve though to a 27.9. He's closed the gap a little bit to Danny. Just half a second now. Verstappen. Lightly down in sets 1, but he's coasting there. It's Ryan just started a lap, so we'll go with Ryan. There's an Alfa Romeo ahead, but I believe that is Danny on us. So, oh, it's the course he joins. That's the sign that the host has been kicked. Okay, he won't kick. He had to reset something. I suppose that's probably a wheel thing or something. I don't know. I don't use a wheel. I use my trusty pad. It's amazing. No, I would like one. Oh, technically, I will. I played with it for an hour and gave up. But in a way, it's Ryan clearly not on a proper lap. Let's go to Flair Hamster, who is ghosting. How's he managed to be ghosting on a... Let's invite him. I don't know whether he's not there or not, but there's no excuse to be ghosting on a poly run. Excuse me. Bit of a bad throat at the moment, guys, so I do apologise if I cough a bit as we're going. Right, let's go to Luke Paul then, who is now with us and out on track. I see a little bit of lag happening. I have just realised I'm taking my phone off the Wi-Fi, so that might be because of that, actually. There we go. Hello, Mr. Whale. Boss man. What do you mean, my little voice? You've clearly never heard me sing. Don't worry, I might do a bit of that on our stream tonight for Wild Fun. Might sing God Save the King. Bellow it out. My operatic voice, actually, Mr. Whale. How have you know? I'm a tenor. Anyway, Luke Paul. I don't know why, but the name Luke Paul sounds familiar to me. Like some sort of celebrity. Mr. Alpine is to get out of the way, and does. As Luke then heads into the final section, into the stadium. Oh, the Alpine hit the wall on his exit. It was into the pits in a way, so it didn't matter. Luke Paul then across the line, 1:30.1. That's his first run, remember, so he's got enough time to get round. Don't want to dawdle, mind, but he has got enough time to get round and get another run on. In. Please sing on stream. I'll be honest, mate, if I sang on stream when you were listening, you would... I might actually burst your ears. So, the Corsi then. Here comes the Corsi, 128.6, that puts him into P8. Really starting to look competitive at the moment. Donkey Kong, a few temps down. Cam Dog, I can't remember seeing him race yet actually, Cam Dog, unless he was in the first race. He's missed a couple though. Let's just go to Whoopi. Is Whoopi on a lap? No, he's invalidated. So it's backed out, obviously. Oh, Charles Kitchen round. That looks like it might have been a little reset to track. Reminder. Remember, there's some new guys in tonight, so I'm not massively shocked to see something like that, but you're not allowed to reset to track, of course. So, anyway, no point staying on him, so not improving. Cam Dog is almost 2 temps up. Keeps that rate of improvement. Yeah, he's 1/4 of a second up now. Keeps that sort of thing up. He'll head into the 28s as well. I'm going to predict P11 here. He might nick P10. It's 129.000. So P11 it is, by 2 thousandths ahead of Flair Hamster. 29.000. Nicely done, Cam Dog. Charles Kitchen we know is not on a lap, don't we? So let's go to AMZ. Oh no, sorry, Andy. Very nicely up in sector 1. Come round to the end of sector 2. Oh, it's clattered the wall on the exit, but it's not invalidated his lap. And he's still 1/4 of a second up, although he's probably losing time as he goes down the straight. So whether he's going to... Well, I think he is going to continue to the end of the lap, to be fair, because he doesn't need that much to gain P4 over AMZ. He comes then across the line and still improves for just over 2 temps. So into P4. Boomsec across the line improves by nearly 2 temps into the 27s, but stays P3. AMZ heading for the line now. Oh, it's 2 minutes something, so he's going to be doing another lap, so bear that in mind. Zero Scott improves by nearly 4 attempts into P6. Verstappen just starting a lap. It's Ryan. Oh, how'd you manage to... Oh, no. 1 minute 40 lap. Oh, you said 3 minutes 20 there for a second. Cam Dog not improving. Well, Flair Hamster is improving, but he's still in AI. I don't know who Flame Hamster is, but his AI is currently qualifying. Well, currently in P12, but he's actually going to move up quite significantly with this lap. I don't know why I'm watching an AI, sorry. Let's go, it's KKaz. Just improved by 6.5 attempts up to P14. Luke Paul is down. So let's go back up. Who was it? Like I said, was definitely doing another lap. So Boom Tech. He's heading for the line. He's definitely completing a lap. And no improvement from Boom Tech. MZ was slightly up out of sector 2. Sarah Scott, I think we just heard the clatter of him hitting the wall there. 1/4 of a second improvement, AMZ. And moves up to P4. Verstappen, 28.570, puts him into P7. Lazy Jack. Just looking, Cam Dog's invalidated. Okay, Kaz is up. Just ahead of that. Lazy Jack. Paul finishes, and Danny goes fastest, 27.2. Improves his time. So, too massively. Whoopi close enough that he can compete with him in the race. So, 4 attempts up then for Kaz, and goes into P13. Completely forgot who the other driver was. But, yeah, well, Flair Hamster was in P11, but it was his AI doing the laps, so... Right, anyway, quickly scroll down that. So they've got it. Don't need any instant for it. So I don't think... I can't even remember seeing a yellow flag in that session. I'm sure there must have been one. Somebody was getting out of the way or something. Well, in the Discord chat, Whoopi's just basically said, congrats to Danny on the race win. Christ, who presses the button that quick to ready up? Okay, well, Flair says that he was playing the whole time, so fair enough. I see, don't take a break in this league. In all fairness, JD did message me after the first race asking if they wanted me to take a break, but I said it doesn't really matter because it's short quali. It's more on the full quali events that, as a commentator, I definitely want a break, but it doesn't really matter. As long as all the drivers don't get caught out thinking there would be one. Right, taking a quick look at the tyres then. Whoopi in second on mediums, but the rest of the top 9 are on hards. JD Corsi starting on the softs. They will not last long around here. You're looking about 6 laps. Flair Hamster on hards, Can Dog on mediums, and then from 13th downwards all on hards as well. So, not sure why, but people really prefer to start on the hards here. Just while they're completing the formation, I'm just going to grab myself a second coffee, so just bear with me and I'll be back for the start. Right, so I'm back with you, just there, beginning to form up on the grid. I don't think it would give me any different view to this. Try going on someone else maybe. But, well, we hope it's a good one. Let's hope to get it off. Everybody gets away properly. Right, the lights are coming on. As I say, it doesn't give you the best of angles around here, so we'll go with 4th place AMZ for the start. Seems to get off the line well, and he's making his way up the right-hand side of Boomsec. And goes to there's a Red Bull Kamikaze in. It's Donkey Kong. Looked like he completely missed his break in and has hit someone else. I think Lazy Jack, and spun him round. But in a way, we continue on as Boomsec fights to get that place back. But AMZ in the end taking it. I think Boomsec did well there to back out of the move as Verstappen leaves the session. He's caught me just so I'm rolling a cigarette. I'll have my controller in hand to be able to invite him in a second. Oh, he's joined in a way. Excellent. Excellent news. So, in a way, Whoopi has taken the lead. And most importantly here, we've got a full course yellow. It's a virtual safety car. Not entirely sure what that's for, but Luke Paul is falling down the order a little bit. So he must have had some sort of spin, but it must be debris. Oh, there's contact. What is going on? Well, that was caught on stream. Well, I think JD is going to be very interesting to see that after the race. Unfortunately, I can't do clips while I'm streaming. Jack, why aren't you in the race? For goodness sake. I get that you were hit at the start, but there's no reason to leave the race. Right then, so, in a way, Whoopi still leads at the front from Danny. I don't think Whoopi would have wanted that VSC at all. He was in a position, he got into the lead on mediums to be able to get away a bit. It actually created just over a second gap, but he seems to have lost a bit of time under VSC. It's always an opportunity to gain a little bit of time. As look at Boomsec, he goes to the outside of AMZ, very much alongside, side by side into the corner. Nice racing so far. We'll see them come around now through the stadium, still side by side. Across the start-finish line, and Boomsec takes P3. Very nice move indeed, and very nice racing from both drivers. Well done. Stick with it, because AMZ is not disappeared at all. Three more pit. Ryan, Donkey Kong and Lawton all into the pits this lap, and we've got the full course yellows again, but again I think it's a VSC. Excellent. So CamDog benefiting from the safety car, virtual safety car, moving up there to P12. So those guys that had to stop got a bit of benefit from the fact that the VSC came out. Let's see. Whoopi now It's a difficult one with the VSC. I think it's more difficult when you're leading. I think everybody... Here, there we go. We're off. ZMZ got a run. I don't think he's quite going to be able to do it. He's going to have to wait. It's close. Little late Flare Hamster. Clearly not ghosting in race. I did ask him in Discord if he was an AI or quality, but he said he definitely wasn't. He was definitely controlling the car, so fair enough. He's showing so far in the race that he had the pace that the car qualified with, so I am very much happy to believe him with that. So anyway, let's go to the front two, because I think Danny just seems to be reading them in slightly. You will find around here the hards do become quicker than the mediums reasonably quickly. I'm not saying they are already on lap 4, but it does happen reasonably quickly. The starting on hard tyres does open up options for you. You can pit. You can pit reasonably early on for mediums if you have to. If there is a safety car around about lap 9, lap 10, they can switch to mediums at that point to make it to the end. Obviously the mediums will feel pretty rotten by the end, but they will get there. But you can also, if there's no safety cars, then you can push the hards out to do a soft stint at the end if you wish. So it all depends how things are playing out on track, I guess, as to what you do. But the standard strategy would be to do 17 laps on hard and 12 on medium. That would be the standard and the quickest strategy. Of course, you could do that vice versa as well. Danny sets fastest lap. Really starting to put a little bit of pressure on Whoopi now. Now, if it's a no safety car race, which would be awesome, as we do have a yellow flag. Not entirely, I think it's BoomTech actually in the Alpine. So, must have had a little spin or something, and it drops him down to P7. Just got a little free car battle going on here between Zero Scott and the Gatehouse sets fastest lap of the race. Zero Scott, DeCourcy and Flare Hunter. Flare Hunter, of course, started on those softs, so he's only got a couple more laps before pitting. So, to be fair to him, he's keeping up well with Zero Scott and DeCourcy at the moment. Sorry, it's DeCourcy. They must have swapped positions as I was saying it. DeCourcy was the one that started on the softs, not Flare Hunter, sorry. So, but yeah, he's keeping up at the moment and still applying pressure to the cars ahead. So, while they're doing that, he's more inclined to stay on them. You just got to be a bit careful with the softs, particularly if they're wearing a higher rate on one particular tyre. You can suddenly become very unstable. And a yellow flag between the drivers at the back there, and I think it was Chell's Kitchen and TTV Lazy Jack has gotten ahead of him. P16. So a long, long way to go in this race, so no need or no point to give up yet if you're a driver down the back. I think Lawton's had a spin and dropped down a couple of places, but resumes in P15, already pitted and went onto the softs. Back to this 3-car battle. Well, it's turning into a 4 or even 5-car battle now, in fact, because BoomTech's called it, and so was Verstappen. I'd say what, K-Kaz ain't far behind that, so Zero Scott just causing a little bit of a train behind him, but he needs to stick with it, because as DeCourcy's softs go off, it might be him that causes the train and allows Zero Scott to get away a little bit. It is tough it's tough to get away from someone when they're in your 1 second around here because of the free DRS zones. And 2 of them are big DRS zones as well, so it is really difficult. At the moment, DeCourcy doesn't seem to have an answer to actually getting by him, and Zero Scott is catching AMZ ahead of him, so there's all sorts going on. Flare Hunter moves to the inside against DeCourcy, takes the place. Came back to the racing line ahead of DeCourcy. And into P5 for Flare Hunter then. So, this battle continues. Oh, hang on, what's happened to Verstappen? He's fallen down, I think he must have spun. Oh, I was just about to say, if it was in Donkey Kong and it's Ryan are battling. It's Ryan, gets passed into P12. Slaughton is back into the pits. And it's a change up the front. Oh, Danny and Whoopi are side by side for the tight sector of the track. Whoopi retakes the position. And I would say to you that we're probably at the point where the hards are every bit as fast as the mediums. Maybe not, I wouldn't say they were superior, but they're probably as fast as them now. Is Danny going to get close enough here? I think he may need to wait. May get a chance into turn 1 if we can stay close enough. We've got a yellow in sector 1. I think it's Charles Kitchen. So Danny couldn't get it done into sector 1, but the straight that we're coming up to, it's after this left-hander. This is the best chance you get in the Danny really cutting a corner there. Actually, he would have got a warning for that. So this is going to be Danny's best chance. We'll go on board with him for it. Opens up the DRS there. It's the outside. He's going to get this done way before braking. So Whoopi, that might be the best thing that could happen for Whoopi in a strange way. He can now leech off of Danny's DRS and recharge his battery for later in the race. Because if he can stay close enough to him, of course. But you've got to remember, technically Whoopi will be switching tyres first, so he may well get an undercut with the opportunity to try and defend from Danny again later on. So there's a lot that could potentially happen in this race, and great to see all 17 drivers still on track though. It's Charles Kitchen pits, and Andy Gatehouse gets ahead of It's Ryan. That's into P12. Nicely done. Sector 1 yellow, that's Lawton. He's already going again then, so we won't switch. So obviously Andy's gotten past Ryan, but Cam Dog is right on the back of them as well. So nice 3-car battle going on. Oh, it does look like Andy's getting away from it. Cam Dog goes to the outside. We stay side by side through into the stadium. What's happened there? They decided to go into the pits together instead. We've got a... Oh, well, after the ones we didn't get safety cars for earlier on, we've ended up with a safety car for that. I'm not going to lie, how is It's Ryan not retired there? I have no idea. Right, well... For me, we see everybody pit here. I don't think Danny can stay out, because he knows Whoopi's going to pit for the hards now. So the safety car's at a perfect time for Whoopi, but I think Danny's got to switch to mediums as well. It's going to make it very tough late in the race, but there's no other option, to be honest. He's got to do it, so... In he comes as well then. Well, apart from the initial point on restart, I've got to say that's advantage Whoopi in the long run. So I'm just going to have a quick look at the settings here, because I'm astonished that that didn't retire. That hit into the ball. That's not it, sorry, yeah. The damage is standard with the rate it reduced. Okay. Well, I still remain pretty amazed that that didn't retire the car, if I'm honest. It's a pretty hefty hit, square on. Maybe that's why it didn't, because it was fully square on, so it just damaged the front wing instead of retiring the car and the wheel coming off. So the impact was kind of spread across the front of the car, and it's the only thing I can think in a way, but and it has still ghosted. Well, the honest truth is, if Lazy Jack is left, swerve into heat up the top. As we get a yellow. That's been recovered. Oh, the yellow was Whoopi. It's dropped down to P6. Seventh now. I'm just wondering if he's got any damage. Or whether this is just trying to recover. Can't see anything obvious on the car. Ah, Boomtech leaves the session. No, Boomtech, come back. I'll invite him back. There's back up to P6. Donkey Kong has a look at Luke. I think Whoopi's into the pits. There he is indeed. So, oh, and he retires in the pits. I don't know, he could have had all sorts of damage, to be fair. Took a few whacks. Had a few whacks on the wall as well. Flare Hamster picks up a penalty entering the pits there. Just on with Verstappen now. As Flare Hamster retires from the session as well. So Verstappen here on the back of the Corsi. He's on the softs now. He's done 6 laps on them. They ain't going to really go much longer. He might be able to push another lap or two, but technically, well, he's getting the help off the Corsi in the DRS zones. He may choose to stay out and push him on a little bit. You just got to be careful, that's all. I, to my detriment, used them at Baku last night and they blew up on the quick left-right, literally on the lap I was entering the pits. So the last corner before the pits, my tyre blew up. Sent me straight into the wall. So into the pits then is Kaz. So all sorts of changes going on. Let's have a quick look at the position changes. So at the moment, Luke Paul up 11 is the biggest gainer. Lawton's up 10 somehow. Oh, migrating host. Because Flare Hamster leads the session after having retired. Lawton gets past Andy Gatehouse into P6. So Lawton, well, what a safety car that's ended up being for him, because he was sort of down and out of it second last, I think, and it's allowed him to catch back up, and now he's fighting for P6 with Andy Gatehouse. Retakes the position there. Oh, he allows Lawton back through there. I think he realised maybe he made a bit of contact on it, and but then he fights him like mad again. Oh, for goodness sake. Well, that's just horrendous. I'm not going to lie. That was absolutely horrendous. Why let him through and then battle him like that in the tight section? He's got a DRS straight. Massive long DRS straight. Never understand some people. But Verstappen then up the inside of the Corsi at turn 1. But remember, Verstappen, if I'm right, yeah, he's on softs, so he'll be coming into the pits. I'd imagine the end of this lap. He's done 8 laps on those softs now. They must be absolutely screaming at him by now. Okay, closely, of course he's following him. I'll be amazed if we don't see a move at the end of this very, very long straight. Verstappen absolutely no energy to defend against it either. So through goes the Corsi, retakes P3. Verstappen down to P4, but as I said, surely we're going to see a pit stop at the end of this lap from Verstappen. If he pits, it's going to be... He might be able to get out in P10 ahead of Lazy Jack's AI. I guess as Lazy Jack's in AI and it doesn't really matter, so it's Kaz he needs to get out ahead of, which I think he would if he pits here. Oh, has he just spun? No, he didn't. No. He is into the pits, but look at him. The tyres are going. Absolutely dead in the end. Those softs. So there you are. You can do 9 laps on the softs then, but they'll be absolutely dead by the end of it. Also into the pits is Andy Gatehouse. I'm so pleased to say that Lawton hasn't had to pit after that moment with Andy Gatehouse, so been rather harsh on Lawton if he did. And he has brought that pit stop on himself a bit, I feel. And that's obviously we only get one angle of it, so maybe it's always possible that something else went on that we didn't know about. But as we've got a yellow flag, it was around the Alfa Romeo. Everything seems to be fine, so I'm not sure what it was for. It's just to confirm Boomtech didn't rejoin. Oh no, actually, it looks like Lazy Jack's with us. So, Lazy Jack, if you've been with us most of the race, I do apologise. I didn't see your name come up that you'd rejoined, so my apologies for that. Let's go to Candog then, as he's very close to the back of Donkey Kong. Oh, I think Charles Kitchen's going to have a look as well. He does indeed, and gains that place. But I think Candog's got DRS. Oh no, he hasn't. I assume they would have been passed when he made a move. And there was a driver in the wall there. Was it? Oh, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Well, yeah, I think it was. We've got a full safety car. Safety car is out on track. Boomtech we don't care about because he's left the session and not rejoined. Do not pit. Whatever you do, don't pit, because see Danny's coming down the back straight. I think probably would have got in and got back out again, but just in case, probably best just to stay out. So in comes Danny, and I would imagine we'll see the same from AMZ. I think people will be putting softs on now to the end. What would De Courcy do? It's the only potential one that could stay out with my eyes, but I don't think he should. I think he needs to protect that third. And in he comes then for softs. As I say, I think we'll see the whole field go to softs. The only one you might not actually is Verstappen, because he's on one. His mediums are only 1 lap old. Lazy Jack picks up for 5 seconds. So Verstappen, will he pick up? Well, he can pick up multiple positions, but he comes in. He would have actually gone up to 4th if he'd have stayed out. In hindsight, does he have a penalty though? That's the Lazy Jack looks like he's picked up another penalty. What is going on? He's lost the front wing. What is going on? Randy Gatehouse retires from the session, and looks like what's he doing? Right, safety car's going to be out for the full amount of time, I think, guys. So I'm just going to take a very quick break. I'll be back with you shortly. Right. Back with you. Obviously, safety car still out. Oh, and Lazy Jack finally retires. Good, he's hit the wall. Good. Hopefully, something happened there. In all frankness. Well, clearly the instance there between Lazy Jack and Andy Gatehouse needs to be looked at. I mean, it's just pathetic, to be quite honest with you. Good news will be that this lap will be the last under safety car. Bad news is that we're right at the start of the lap, so... See, Boomtech's still in AI. That basically means, guys, that KKaz is actually driving in P11, not P12, and just the one place outside the pit, the points. So everybody else in with a chance. Look at Lawton up to P4 now. And any damage he may have sustained in that incident, hopefully he's repaired in the pit lane. Well, it's been one of those guys, hasn't it? We've seen some fantastic racing at points, but we've also seen the worst of people, and I loved seeing the battle between AMZ and Boomtech early on in the race. That was absolutely fantastic. Safety cars in this lap. Confirmation. To clarify a rule for anybody watching that maybe doesn't know, the rules this season on safety cars, you are not allowed at any point to drive alongside the driver ahead of you. You must stay behind them, fully behind them. You're not even allowed to have your wing or your wheel next to them. So that was changed due to the Abu Dhabi incident with Lewis and Max at the end of last season. So you must cross the line. So let's just go down. There's a little battle going on here. I think Luke Paul's going round. Yeah, and well, first impressions were that Luke's unfortunately lost it a little bit and ended up doing that to himself. But and then for me, no blame on Cam Dog from what I saw. There's always another view though that needs to be taken on these things. So I normally try to abstain from saying anything, but for whatever reason I didn't. So not entirely. I was going to say I'm not entirely sure why Boomtech hasn't pitted, but of course he's in AI, and that's why he hasn't pitted. So we see then, so Danny still leads, and I think he just disappeared to the end now. AMZ P2, but coming under all sorts of pressure at the moment from De Courcy. Danny sets fastest lap of the race. 1:30.0. I think. Oh, I do think somebody might be able to do a little better than that. I think that's still on the table for someone as Cam Dog makes a move on Donkey Kong into turn 1, and he's up into P5. So that means the Ferrari's now running P5 and P7. And nice for the constructors. Of course, 16 points at the moment. That would pick them up. So as you can see, Donkey Kong isn't done with it. Still no DRS yet, mine. Won't activate till next lap. So, Camdog will basically have a lap to try and get away. But look, the toe's powerful enough to get Donkey Kong side by side. As you can see then, Camdog fights that one off. Got a few penalties out there, but not too many. It's been a pretty good race in terms of penalties. Let's just nip up a second to the Corsi. Lawton on the back of them. As Danny now sets fastest lap in a 29.2, and I think that will take the fastest lap. Simply that the softs go off too quickly. I don't think anybody's going to be able to beat that. So I think that will stand to the end now. I fancied that somebody would get a 29, and it doesn't surprise me, Stanny. It also explains why he suddenly got a 4-second lead. Well, a lot of that, of course, is down to the fact that AMZ is defending. He's not in a position to try and keep up with Danny at the moment because he's got his work cut out behind him. Yeah, stretched a little gap this time to the Corsi. Don't forget DRS is activated, so a bit too far back on that occasion for the Corsi, but it enabled him to gain 4 attempts along the straight. So the gap's down to half a second. And of course he will head out onto another DRS straight in just a moment. That's what I said, this is why it's so hard to get somebody out of your 1 second around here. You know, you almost need them to make a little bit of a mistake. So De Corsi opens up the DRS. He's out of energy. He's out of energy means even if he got past, it's going to be so hard for him to defend afterwards. So, at the moment, I think MZ looks pretty comfortable. He's still got 65% energy. He's looking at Lawson behind, now he's expelled his energy as well, so... So there's a yellow flag, and that is, I believe, Chel's Kitchen. It is indeed in P10. But, once again, he's back up and running, so... Still going. So, of course, yeah, I mean, for me right now, with, what, 2.5 laps to go, say, I think if I was a betting man, which I used to be, but not anymore, my money would be on AMZ defending this, if I'm honest. Oh, of course he runs a little bit wide. And Lawton just making him aware. Making De Corsi aware then that I am here. He's having a look now, in fact. Oh dear. I think Lawton's going to get this because De Corsi's going to get caught behind the Haas. They're side by side, we enter into the stadium. Still side by side. Oh, of course he cuts that corner there, defending. Hasn't picked up a penalty. This is why I thought AMZ was favourite, because he still had the energy to defend, and it means with these two both being out of energy, but Lawton getting a double toe down the straights. So he cuts that corner, still doesn't pick up a penalty. Oh, Camdog has fallen down. He is up and going again, but he's dropped down to P9 as Lawton again has a look at De Corsi. And they are both outside the 1 second now to AMZ. And I I genuinely do believe that AMZ's ERS management there is what's gained him a P2 for this race, or kept him a P2, should I say. Lawton now will get DRS again, and I would think this time. Luke Paul retires from the session. Well, he's retired from the session. Still on track, because his car was still moving. So Lawton then has got into P3. Lawton, at the moment, as it stands, he keeps claiming every week that he's driver of the day, even though I've given it to someone else. But today, I have to say, I think he's heading for it genuinely this week. He's been so far down early in the race, and all sorts going wrong for him. And as Cam Dog is out in sector 1, the last driver, Charles Kitchen, has just gone past him, so I can't switch to anyone to be able to see what's happened. That is a retirement that sees him lose a guaranteed point. That's an absolute minimum. So it's just a moment, and for me it looks like Lawton, the gap is too big, surely. Lawton is out of energy, but so's JD. So let's just quickly go to Danny. He's about to cross the line. It's a victory for Danny in Miami, Florida. Congratulations, Danny. AMZ takes P2. Lawton in absolute fantastic podium. P3. Jay DeCourcy. P4. Donkey Kong 5. 0 P6 comes across and smacks into the wall. K-Kaz P7. Boomtech will not be classified because he's been in AI the whole race. Raf Stappen therefore will be P8 because he hits the wall as well and has a bit of a moment at the end. And it was Chelsea. That will be P9. So I'm hoping for Cam Dog actually that he will be classified. So we'll actually pick up that final point. Here comes Danny. Celebrating on the podium for Alfa Romeo. Lovely sight that would be to see in real life if a team like Alfa Romeo could get to that top step one day. Even on a podium, be lovely to see. It's Haas in P2 and McLaren P3. So, in a way, see all the penalties there. Fastest lap went to Danny as well, so he does pick up maximum points today. Quickly switch down so that JD's got all the standings if he needs them, and the race director, for instance. Just flick through. Not a huge amount, but not a small amount either. Somewhere in the middle. And just to confirm then, so Danny wins with fastest lap. AMZ P2, Lawton in P3, DeCourcy P4, Donkey Kong P5, 0 P6, K-Kaz P7. Boomtech was not there. He was in AI for most of the race, so Verstappen is P8, Charles Kitchen P9, and I hope that Cam Dog was classified, so I hope he gets the final point. He deserves that. And this week I can actually confirm, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I am 100% confirming that Lawton Ladd is officially the driver of the day this week. So well done, Lawton. Absolutely outstanding race. And officially, because you weren't driver of the day last week, I know you claimed to be, and the week before, and the week before that. You always claimed to be driver of the day, but you weren't previously at all. But this week, fully deserved, so well done. So, there we have it. Um, anyway, guys, other than that quick summation of the race, I'd say at points there was some fantastic racing, particularly the battle between AMZ and I think it was Boomtech early on. It was a particularly nice one. There was one between Whoopi and AMZ was nice for a while before it went sour, but other than that, they were the standout moments in a way. But other than that, there's a lot that needs to be sorted. If people leave the lobby, retire your car in the pits. Don't just leave it driving around. But there's some was happening there between Red Bull and I forget the names of the drivers, but in a way, it's all on stream in a way. But yeah, the two drivers that were clearly having some sort of issue with each other. That crap needs to get sorted out. But other than that, it was a really good race. So it was enjoyable. Thank you very much. But as always, guys, anyway, thank you to everyone that's watched live, and thank you to everyone that watched the stream back. I really appreciate it. I am back up at 8 p.m. for WAOF1, which has a full grid at Baku. So bound to be some action going on there. But yeah, please join me for that one. I reckon WAOF is usually an incredible race to watch. So with one of the top 20 best drivers in the world driving in WAOF1 as well. So please do join and watch that one if you can. And I'll see you then. But between now and then, I'm definitely having a break.